Previously on Tiki on YouTube, I separated from active duty Air Force, re-enlisted in the Air National Guard, packed up everything I owned, and drove to Georgia to start over. That was chapter 1. This week I kicked off a brand new muscle mass focus program. Upper lower split, 4-day lifts, 2 run days. First real week of data and I moved just under 24 tons of weight. Let me break it down for you. So Monday was upper A, push day, upper chest priority. Tuesday was lower A, unilateral focus, single leg work. Wednesday I rested because everything was sore. Thursday was upper B, which was a pull day, and then Friday was lower B, or today is Friday, right? So Friday, today was lower B, bilateral back squat as the anchor. 2 run schedule, but honestly, I didn't do them. Only got a mile in with my dog this week. So Monday, upper A, 10. So I moved plus 10,325 pounds. Loaded hammer strength incline press as the anchor for upper chest priority. Ran 22 working sets in 90 minutes. Longest session of the week. Tuesday, lower A, 15,815 pounds. That was my biggest tonnage day, I think that's how you pronounce the word. I did Bulgarian split squats and single leg RDLs. Anchor the session for sure. Hit progression triggers on the Bulgarian splits, single leg RDLs, leg press, and calf raises. Ran out of time before hanging leg raises. Thursday was upper B, 9,570 pounds. A pull day, biggest win for sure. Bent over row went from 50 pounds by 8 to 85 by 10 sets for 3 sets. My pull-ups also doubled, 3 reps, started off with 3, and then I ended up into 6. Today, Friday, was lower B, 11,565 pounds. Also today was my first ever back squat session for this new program or training that I'm doing. Worked up to 95 pounds for 3 clean sets of 8. Calibration day, but form was locked in. I also swapped in the adductor machine for co-bend hanging planks. What I learned this week, 3 things I learned this week actually. Number 1, sessions ran longer than planned. Every single day I had to cut something. Next week I'm trimming volume before I start, not mid-session, what I did this week. Number 2, and this was a big one for me, soreness after 2 days back to back was real. I experienced something called full body DOMS, DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness. But doing my research, I was told that's normal for week 1 when you're starting a new program. The repeated bout effect means it will be way better by week 3 or 4. Fingers crossed. Lastly, 3, honestly, I skipped both schedule lines. Wasn't feeling it. Wednesday, I definitely needed to rest. Tomorrow, Saturday, honestly, I got a busy day tomorrow. It doesn't look like I'll be running either. But today, I also did get 1 mile in with my dog. So that is something I am looking to fix next week. In closing, I moved, pushed 47,275 pounds in 1 week. That's roughly 24 tons. First real week of the program, and I've got baselines locked into every exercise. Now going forward, the data that I got this week will drive everything else. I'll see you all next week. So the book that I'm currently reading is My American Journey. I was able to get through chapter 1 this week, and a couple things stood out to me. So number 1, or one of the things, right? There's no particular order. General Powell went to college during the 1950s, where he enrolled into ROTC in 1954. I, Tiki, will be going to college in 2026, and I will be also enrolling in ROTC in 2026. While General Powell was at a judo competition, he learned a valuable lesson. Being in charge means making decisions no matter how unpleasant. The quote continues, if it's broke, fix it. When you do, you win the gratitude of the people who have been suffering under the bad situation. I just want to speak on the first half of that. Being in charge, being a leader, you will make decisions that will not appease or please everybody, but that's kind of the mantle, or that's what comes with being a leader, making those tough decisions. Also, towards the end of chapter 1, General Powell spoke about an interaction between him and a Colonel Brookhart, and how this colonel called him into his office after graduation, after the ceremony, after the graduation ceremony and everything, called General into his office and told him, hey, do not rock the boat when you get to your new base. And he was also moving to Georgia, because he was moving from New York to Georgia around the 1960s. And General Powell also mentioned that in that conversation, he wasn't offended by what Colonel Brookhart said. And as I was reading it, I believe that both the general and the colonel both had a level of emotional intelligence. I'm just going to assume I wasn't there. I'm going to assume that the colonel was probably a white man, right? And he saw, at the time, Lieutenant Powell, which is now General Powell, you probably saw greatness in him and was like, hey, you're going to do well in the Army, but you need to understand that you were raised in New York. Your first duty station would be in the South. You are a black man going to the South in the 1960s. Do not rock the boat. I do believe that's where the colonel was coming from. Essentially putting him on game, right? And the emotional intelligence on General Powell part is he heard it, he received it, and he wasn't offended by it. That also I believe takes emotional intelligence, because I'm first day graduating and you telling me not to rock the boat. What is that? Somebody can take offense to that if they're not already that type of person, and I don't think the general at the time while he was going through RTC was that type of person. So kudos to both of them, in my opinion, for having emotional intelligence. Alright, and in this segment, life segment, what's new, what's going on? So I work at Chipotle. I'm a service leader, SL, at Chipotle now, so that's been going pretty good. I really do like my GM. He's dope for sure, and I could actually see us. I could be wrong, but I could see me and this person creating a friendship outside of the Chipotle world, if you will. I used to work for Chipotle back in the day, 2014, 2015, pre-COVID, right? And I was at a restaurateur store as well. So I told him I am going to try my best to help her become a restaurateur store, because it's a good store. This store also reminds me of the very first store that I worked at back in 2014, back in Florida. So yeah, so like whenever I work, clock in, what have you, I definitely get a little nostalgia, working there, because it does remind me of the very first store that I worked at. What else is new? What else is going on? My advisor told me, because as you guys get to know me and as we continue to build this relationship and as you continue to follow me on this journey, I try my best to be on it. So I've been sending emails like y'all wouldn't believe to my Morehouse people, to my Morehouse folks, figuring things out, making sure I'm not stressed the week before school or the day of school. And my advisor called me and he was like, hey, we're gonna get you taken care of. Enjoy your summer. We're gonna get you taken care of. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you in August. So I thought that was funny. Still doing emails. So I am still doing emails, but it's because X person or X office or department is reaching out to me. Usually I was the initiator, and now I'm just falling back. If I get the email, I'll just, respond to the email. That's it. What else? I also did get a new dog recently. Me and my girlfriend have her. It hasn't even been a week yet. I think tomorrow, which is Saturday, makes it a week. Yeah. Or maybe Sunday will make it a week. Her name is Nelsie. I'll probably put a picture of her. She's a Bernedoodle, extremely smart, extremely intelligent. So that has been a very interesting journey as well, And now we have 2 pets. We have a ball python, which we've been had, and then now the newest addition to the family is Nelsie, which is the Bernedoodle. So that's also what's new and what's exciting. I will also say the time has come. I'm still working on the kinks. I'll keep you guys informed. But I also did buy my girlfriend her engagement ring. So I'll keep y'all posted. But yeah, it's time. It's time. This woman is too amazing, too intelligent to slip through my fingers. I'm too, yeah, I'm not gonna be a fool and let her slip through. So, but yeah, I'll keep y'all informed on that. And I'm pretty sure that's everything that wraps up everything. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for watching. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? So Celine and I just left Repticon. It's called Repticon. So if you don't know what that is, it is essentially like an exhibit of different vendors coming out and just showing the different type of reptiles they have, and then they do sell their reptiles as well. But if you don't know, Celine and I, we already have a reptile. We have a ball python, and her name is Lady Ivory. And so this is our second time going to the Repticon. It's amazing. But this time, I decided to ask some questions because we noticed that with Lady Ivory that she would get long, but she wouldn't get like girthy, like thick like a ball python would be. And so come to find out, I was the culprit. I've been feeding her mice this whole time, and they're saying, yeah, I know the secret is rats. Rats are healthier, more nutritional dense, all that good fun jazz. And they also recommended that we feed her, maybe like a small medium rat weekly, and we were feeding her like every 2 weeks on the mice diet. So yeah. So you learn something new every day. So that was educational. I do want to shout out the 2 vendors that definitely did help me out with my questions and did give me more insight. I will enter both of their pictures there. This isn't a sponsor from them or anything. I just want to show my appreciation and gratitude. But 10/9/10, the Repticon was enjoyable. I feel like this one was a lot more busier and packed than last time. But today, it's Saturday, so maybe that's what that's probably where the busyness came from. But still 10/9/10. We will probably go to the next one. And that's all I got for y'all. Take care. Hey y'all. As this video is getting ready to end, I just want to leave you guys with a song of the week. Song of the week of this week, or that you should listen to in the upcoming week, is Electric Feel by MGMT. I love this song. I came across this song, honestly, maybe back in 2014, 2015. Heard it for the first time, fell in love with it. I love it. That's why I'm sharing it with you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.